everybody, welcome back to the channel. More Blood and Plunder characters here as we work our way through more of the Spanish as we're getting past the halfway point here. So another 25 pointer today, and that is Miguel Enriquez. May lead Guardacostas or Reformed Spanish Militia. So he, unlike some of the others here, he's still got that awesome 12-inch command range, but he's actually given us the third command point, unlike some of the more recent ones. But let's see, though, where we're maybe paying for that as far as losing out on some other things. He does have the brace of pistols and the standard melee weapon, so good stuff there. But he does only have 2 abilities compared to some of the more recent ones we've seen where the characters are rocking 4 abilities. So that's where we're going to have that exchange, right? We have the extra third command point, which again is fantastic, but we do only have the 2 abilities. So let's see if that is enough to make him a worthwhile character to run. We'll do Commodore Force just because we've had that so many times. It's easier just to get that out of the way. So obviously this is going to be geared more towards fighting naval engagements. So when this commander is aboard a ship, their command range is increased by 12 when giving actions to units on other ships. So again, great stuff there. If we're running larger games, more ships, we have the ability to spread out a little bit. We're not forced to be bunched up and get into situations where we have dangers of colliding or just being out of position relative to what the enemy is doing with their ship or ships. So never a bad thing, certainly for someone when you're playing naval engagements. But let's jump into his other primary ability here and see if that is enough to warrant us taking him. Tactician, and we haven't seen this one often. When a player draws their hand of cards at the beginning of their turn, they may discard and redraw a single card in their hand. This cannot be done if the commander has been removed as a casualty or if their unit is shaken. So, situational in that sense, right? Obviously, if our commander is dead, well, his abilities are off the board. If we're in a bad spot where that unit's actually been shaken, yeah, we've got other things to worry about, right? So, but what we can do throughout the game here is it gives us a sort of a little bit of a soft filter on our cards, and hopefully will let us control the turn a little bit more in our favor, right? There are going to be those turns where all the cards in our hand for activations and stuff are just not what we are going to want. And then, maybe the opponent just has better cards in the sense of either cards with more activations for them or letting them go earlier in the turn than we'd like. So just it's a nice little soft filter without necessarily having to burn those fortune points on just doing like a whole redraw or anything like that. So good ability, nothing super great, right? It's not game breaking by any means, but it's just a nice little thing to have throughout the game so that we can keep fortune for those more important times. Of course, there will be times where maybe we do just want to filter the whole hand because it's very crucial that we get into something else, but it's a nice one to have. Now, telling versus a lot of the other characters, though, that we've seen recently. So he's got Commodore, but he's missing Broadside, which is always clutch for naval engagements. So a little bit of a downer there. We do have that third command point, though, so we can certainly dole that out a little bit more aggressively than just the 2 command point commanders. But also missing anything else that really spices up like any other units or buffs or for rallying and stuff like that. So in that sense, we're a little barren as far as his overall major effects. Could be wrong, though. Argue in the comments by all means. But yeah, so it's a toss-up, though, right? So if we bring him in just as with like one of the more recent ones that we did, we got 25 points apiece here. There's a difference in command points, but here we're getting those 4 abilities, and here we're getting the 2. Now, of course, he can be in Guardacostas just like the Don, but also could be in the Reformed Militia, and maybe that is a better fit for him. Let us know, though, guys, your overall thoughts here on Miguel, where he fits in. Do you think he's worth it for 25 points? Have you had success with him? Where have you found he's better, in the Guardacostas or the Spanish Militia? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe as well, and we'll have more Blood and Plunder for you real soon.